Walk into any US PC hardware store today or browse through online listings, and you'll notice a trend that almost no one was talking about a few years ago. Compact graphics cards or mini GPUs are everywhere. They're showing up in budget builds, mid-range systems, compact workstations, home office PCs, and even some gaming rigs that used to demand full-sized cards. What started as a niche hardware category has quietly turned into one of the fastest growing segments of the GPU market in 2026. And the question is, why? The rise of mini GPUs isn't happening because the industry suddenly decided small was cool. It's happening because the way Americans build and use PCs is changing. For years, PC builders leaned toward massive GPUs and giant cases, prioritizing raw performance above all else. But today, the US market is shifting toward compact, efficient, space-saving setups, and manufacturers are racing to meet those changing priorities. One of the biggest drivers of the mini GPU trend is the small form factor PC boom. Americans are increasingly moving away from bulky mid-tower cases and embracing smaller builds that fit apartments, home offices, dorms, and shared spaces. These cases offer portability, cleaner aesthetics, and simpler desk setups. But they require compact components. GPU makers realized that if they wanted a piece of this growing market, they had to design cards that deliver strong performance without taking up 3 slots of space or requiring huge cooling systems. This leads to the next reason. Modern GPU efficiency has improved dramatically. Thanks to architectural changes, refined manufacturing processes, and better power management, GPUs no longer need enormous heat sinks to deliver solid performance. Even mid-range models pack impressive power at lower wattages, making it possible to fit capable GPUs into smaller enclosures without overheating. The industry learned from the extreme heat levels of earlier generations and recalibrated for efficiency, and mini GPUs are benefiting from that evolution. Another major factor is the surge in home office and mixed-use PCs. Not every buyer wants a full gaming setup. Many Americans need graphics performance for tasks like video editing, CAD work, animation, or multi-monitor productivity. But they don't want a giant PC tower on their desk. Mini GPUs hit the sweet spot. They offer dedicated graphics without transforming the workspace into a gaming battle station. This broader audience has pushed manufacturers to release compact cards that appeal not just to gamers, but to hybrid users who value power and practicality. Retailers have also noticed a rise in secondary GPU purchases. Many people are upgrading older systems with limited internal space, systems that originally weren't built for gaming or heavy workloads. A full-size GPU won't fit in many of these machines. Mini GPUs, on the other hand, slide in easily and give older PCs a new life. This compatibility factor has become a major selling point, especially as consumers try to extend the lifespan of their existing hardware instead of replacing entire systems. Then there's the energy efficiency trend. Americans are more aware of power consumption than ever before. Electricity prices have risen in several regions, and heat management has become a bigger concern in smaller living spaces. Mini GPUs typically draw less power, run cooler, and generate less noise. Qualities that matter for buyers who want performance without a constant fan roar or a huge spike in their energy bill. These cards align perfectly with a growing desire for quieter, cooler, and more efficient computing. An interesting development fueling the trend is the return of single-fan and dual-fan cooling designs. These smaller coolers used to be considered inferior, but modern mini GPUs use better thermal engineering, improved heat pipes, vapor chambers, and smarter fan curves. The result is compact cards that stay within ideal temperature ranges, even under moderate gaming or creative workloads. Manufacturers are proving that small can still be reliable. Another reason mini GPUs are trending is because PC builders are focusing more on accessibility and ease of installation. Large GPUs can be heavy, difficult to mount, and awkward to position, especially inside compact cases. Many users have experienced bending PCIe slots, sagging cards, or simply struggling to maneuver massive GPUs into tight corners. Mini GPUs eliminate these issues. They're lighter, easier to install, and less stressful on the system's internal structure. For first-time builders and casual upgraders, this convenience matters. Pricing is also playing a role. While high-end flagship GPUs continue to climb in price, many mini GPUs target the entry and mid-range segments. These price points are attractive during a period when US consumers are more cost-conscious and increasingly looking for hardware that offers strong value rather than maximum performance. Mini GPUs fit perfectly into mid-tier budgets while still offering excellent capability for 1080p and even 1440p gaming. You also can't ignore the influence of console-like PC designs. Many Americans want gaming-capable machines that fit into entertainment centers, similar to an Xbox or PlayStation. Compact GPUs enable these console-style builds and have fueled a wave of small PCs designed specifically for living rooms, dorms, and shared environments. The appeal of a powerful PC that fits anywhere is stronger than ever. Another interesting contributor to this trend is resale and recycling programs. As retailers and manufacturers expand programs for refurbished or recycled components, mini GPUs are becoming easier to find on the secondary market. Their low power draw, smaller footprints, and wide compatibility make them ideal for refurbishment. Consumers looking to build second PCs or budget workstations are gravitating to these lower-cost, compact options. And finally, there's the shift toward more targeted performance needs. Not everyone needs a 450-watt GPU that fills a case. Many Americans want dependable performance for everyday gaming, creative projects, and productivity. But they don't need extreme specs. Mini GPUs meet this middle ground perfectly. They provide stable performance without overwhelming the system with heat, weight, or power requirements. What makes this trend particularly exciting is that it's not driven by hype or flashy marketing. It's driven by practicality, by the realities of how people live, work, and build PCs today. The US tech landscape is moving towards smaller, cleaner, more efficient setups. Mini GPUs are simply the hardware that best fits those lifestyles. So while full-size flagship GPUs will always have a place in the high-end enthusiast space, the future of the mainstream US GPU market looks increasingly compact. Mini GPUs aren't just a niche anymore. They're becoming a standard option for everyday builders, hybrid users, and value-focused shoppers. And as more manufacturers refine their compact designs, it's clear that the mini GPU boom is only just beginning.